Hey, I just want to do a video on this new record cleaner I got. It's called Styl from Styl Deep Groove Record Cleaner, and it is so much better than my Spin Clean. I'll show you the Spin Clean first so you can have a comparison. But the Spin Clean is this one, and has a reservoir, and then it has these two rollers here, and then these pads, which are really tight. They're like these, like record brushes, and you fill up the reservoir with water and a little bit of washer fluid, and when you spin the record, you have to grab the record. And then when you pull it out, you've got to grab the record, and then you can put it in. This is one decent feature, is it's got the drying rack, so you put it into the drying rack. But grabbing the record, and plus it's very hard to spin the record. Like I said, the pads are really tight, so if you got a 180 gram, it's really tough to spin it. Now the vinyl Styl is totally different. It does have a cool drying rack, but the difference is this spindle comes apart and it has these O-rings, so when you clamp the record in there, it protects the label. So, and instead of the oh shoot, it's got goat hair brushes, 2 of them, and it fits in there nicely, and then those brushes really get into the grooves a lot better than the pads that the Spin Clean has. So I'll just show you what I do is you go ahead and you add some distilled water into the reservoir. Kind of pour it on both sides because the brushes act a little bit like a dam. And there's a fill line in here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little fill line right there. So you just fill it up. The brush is nice and wet. And then I do use the Spin Clean fluid, and I just pour 2 caps right there by the brushes, kind of on the brushes. Then I'm gonna clean a Super Tramp album. If you take them out and put them down in the order you take them out, then it's real easy to put them all back together once you're done. So you take the spindle and then you put it on through the spindle hole, and you take this, which has the O-ring. Now the labels are protected, and then you just spin it tight. Notice I haven't even touched the record, which is huge. So then you can slide it down into the reservoir in between the brushes. And this is the beauty of it. Instead of grabbing the record, you have these finger holes here, and you just spin it like this. I'm gonna go about 3 times one way, 3 times the other way, 3 full revolutions the other way. And those brushes are just getting way deep in those grooves. And like I said, so when you can remove it, it comes out pretty easily. Let it drip. And you can just unscrew that, take off this clamp, and you can still haven't touched the record, just the edges, and then you just put it right there in the old drying rack. So now, and before I used to have to use like white gloves and microfiber cloths to get to handle the record. And with this one, and I played I played Intervisions by Stevie Wonder. I played Rocks by Aerosmith. I had cleaned not a solitary pop, because it's more the particles that are in the grooves rather than scratches that create the pops. And so if you don't have scratches and you get all the particles out, it is clean, opens up the sound, more clarity, more detail, more bass, and just a silent floor, no pops. And it's I think, if the needle is where the rubber meets the road, the record is the road. And if it's not bumpy, then it's gonna sound better. It's gonna elevate your system to the degree of your stylus, your preamp, your amp, your speakers. Everything is gonna be improved because you're improving the source. And so I really, really like this. I love the simplicity of it. I love that I don't have to touch my records. I like that it's white, so you can see when this water in this reservoir gets, a little dirty. I change it out, after maybe, you can do 8 records in this rack, so I change it out maybe after 16 records, just, even if it doesn't look dirty, you never can tell how, small particles or how many small particles are in there. But again, it's called Vinyl Style Deep Groove Cleaner. It's about $75 on Amazon. And if anybody wants my old Spin Clean, they can have it for free. I mean, I've cleaned 400 or 500 records on the Spin Clean, but now I'm thinking I need to go back and re-clean them, because I think this one does so much better of a job. When you line these up in the rack, man, they're like mirrors. They're so clean. And I always also worried when pulling them out between the brushes on the Spin Clean, it would like leave almost a mark, because they're so tight. With these brushes, it's much gentler and it doesn't leave that mark. I guess the last thing I should say is it's kind of fun. Kind of fun to clean them, it's satisfying, and then the reward of the sound you get out of your system, it's breathtaking. Not like The Ugly Baby and Seinfeld breathtaking, actually breathtaking. It's, I can't wait to clean the rest of them. That'll take a while, but I'm probably going to clean the ones that are, played most often first. But yeah, highly recommended. Big improvement over the Spin Clean, yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I'll be cleaning records. Happy listening.